seek for your patience. So just wait for a couple of minutes, then later we will start this webinar at 8:30 sharp. Thank you so much.
Because times are a bit bad now, so people are looking for a way to save their money. So this is a way of saving their money. But of course, the property agents can find other ways of methods to see how they can get their income. I'm sure they'll come up with something as well. So this is a competitive market, and everyone will be very creative as to how to make sure that their livelihood or their income is not affected in their own way. So I believe that it is a healthy competition, is a healthy option, so where everyone will be having a chance to try their luck in whichever way that they want to.
what happens was through this process of insurance claiming. Secondly, is on the damages that we have been trying to claim, and
Yep, so now it's only 8:22. Thank you so much for everyone that who being so super punctual and can't wait like to join today's webinar, and you guys just sign in the webinar room earlier. Thank you so much, guys. Respect for being such a punctual. Thank you so much. So anyone, have you like recently like you have a house you want to get renovate? Any one of you that you have a house that you are seeking for a renovate options? Is it anyone? If you are looking for someone's like to like considering like renovate, can you just type 1 so that like we will know? Probably then I will ask more questions, or you can just ask the questions to the speakers later. So hey guys, and so coincidentally today morning actually we also talk about something related to renovations. This is our second section that is talking about renovation tips. So I just want to introduce today our renovations event is quite success. As our morning sessions, that our crowd asked so many questions, then and then I have to like just stop and then say sorry, we don't have enough time, and thank you for your very engaging. So I hope today we also have such a sections like morning. Then I think it will, because you guys is so punctual. Before the event you're already in this webinar room. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much. So may I know, right, in the crowds, that do you guys have anyone that is the first time that we're joining SPEEDHOME webinar? Anyone of you is the first time? If you're the first time joining SPEEDHOME webinar, can you just type 1? If you never joined SPEEDHOME webinar before, can you just type 2? Thank you so much. On the Facebook, friends on Facebook, friends on YouTube, friends on Instagram, friends on Twitter. If you happen to see this webinar, our SPEEDHOME webinar, can you also respond? If you haven't never listened to SPEEDHOME webinar before, can you also get us some response? If you are in our YouTube channel, you are in our Twitter, Instagram, and or Facebook. So YouTube, can you just give us some response? Thank you, Vincent. Thank you, Jay. I saw you, Jay. Yes, today you are the one of the persons that is super engaging. Thank you, Jay. Thank you for being asking such a very good questions. Ho ho ho, Mr. Ho. So is it Christmas come early, Mr. Ho? Is it Christmas come early? Okay, no worry. CK, I hope you get ready. So now I'm going to invite CS, our today's speaker. CS, I hope you get ready. I'm going to send you a request for opening your switch on your camera. So I hope you're ready. Okay. Yep. Cool. Test mic, CK.
Hey there, can you hear me?
Yes, guys. If you can hear CK, also you can give me my response. Sorry. I'm sorry, CS. Okay, Chung. Okay, CS. If everyone you can listen to CS, can you just type yes? If you can listen to CS, can you just type yes? Friends from YouTube, friends from Instagram, friends from anywhere, can you hear CS? Yes, CS. Yep. Counter-Strike. I remember. I don't know why I just suddenly slipped it, because I'm tired already. Today morning got one section, afternoon got the rotate work, then at night still got another webinar. A bit short, I would say. So CS, can you just say hi to everyone?
Hey everyone. My name is CS from JongSao Sdn Bhd. thank you, SPEEDHOME, for inviting me to join this today's webinar.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys can, can get some knowledge or some ideas on renovation.
Correct.
Throughout this session. Yeah.
Sure they will, CS. So I just want to share a little bit more. So CS actually is they help SPEEDHOME to renovate our current company, and then it's very startup kind of style feel, a bit industry and startup mixed feeling. And you'll see like a lot of very nice artwork. Just now the one minute video that I just shared is just showing like they just renovate SPEEDHOME within just 30 days and with a very reasonable cost. I don't know, like my boss probably will know lah. But for me, I think it's a very good design and also a very good concept. Yeah, she's providing a very nice startup mixed industrial concept renovation style. So later on, I will explain. I will introduce more about CS background. But right now, we wait for another 3 to 4 minutes. So then I will start my today's sections after SPEEDHOME introduce. I will take some air time to introduce SPEEDHOME services. So right after 5 minutes, then I will start straight past the stage to CS. Yeah, cool.
All right.
So CS, this is your first time that you do online webinar?
I did webinars before in my previous job, but not on Facebook.
Cool. So you are quite experienced. No worry. So our audience is very engaging. They are very very engaging. They will ask a lot of questions to let you know about the
Yeah, I love questions.
No problem. So thank you so much. So later on, I'm going to start the event soon. We are going to start the event soon. Okay, so there's someone that requests something from me. Just give me 1 second, Give me 1 second. I'm going to send a link. Okay, where is the link? Okay. Hey guys, just wait me for a couple of minutes. We are going to start this webinar soon. If your first time that you join SPEEDHOME webinar, can you just type 2 to let me know you are not the first time that you join SPEEDHOME webinar. Okay. Yep.
So one of our prospect, Mr. Chang, is joining the session. Thank you for your support anyway.
Oh, your
prospect.
Okay. Oh, your prospect. Okay. Cool. Your client. Yeah. Cool. So
they ask you to replay the video again.
Which video? We are going to start soon. No worry. Then later, after the event, I will play the video again. But right now, I'm going to start the event because just I promised everyone we will start the event at 8:30 soon. Okay, Jay. Thank you, Jay. Okay, asking us that having a dinner already have dinner. So Mr. Chat, thank you so much. So later we will going to play the video later, but right now it's already 8:30 sharp, and then I don't want to take everyone's time for too long. So don't worry. Later, if you have second, Mr. Chang, I will share you the video link for our YouTube. You can check the video. So guys, like normal, if you are not the first time that will join SPEEDHOME webinar, you will know like when we have a very experienced or someone that will share very interesting topic to us, right? We will start. Sorry, CS, I need to mute you for a while. So don't worry. So I would always take some air time to just introduce what is SPEEDHOME. So very fast. Okay, SPEEDHOME is a platform that will help the landlord to get a tenant to find a house. We are the free posting property rental platform. So if you post a property, if a landlord you post a property in our platform, we don't charge you until we get you a tenant. So we will help you to show your house. If your house is within Klang Valley area, I mean like all the whole KL and certain area in Selangor. We will help you to show the house and help you to take photo or video for your units. And in the meanwhile, if your tenant that is a prospect and then you're not sure the tenant is a good tenant or not, is a good paymaster tenant or not, we'll help you to do a tenant background check by we are asking them some documents like three months bank statements, the appointment letter, and also with a Ramsey checking, credit scoring checking. So this is something that we will do to ensure we give you a good tenant. So in the meanwhile, we also will provide an online digital signing via our Speed Manage. So the tenancy agreement fee is will pay by the tenant. So in the meanwhile, the landlord no need to pay a single cent to get a tenancy agreement, stamped tenancy agreement. So we will also to ask the landlord to buy an insurance after you successfully get a tenant to protect your unit in case the tenant run away or didn't pay the rent. So after we finish the step 1 to step 5, we will help you to do the rental collections for free. So this is the SPEEDHOME, a property rental platform, a safer property rental platform. So who is behind this SPEEDHOME? So this Bo guy, okay, some of you maybe you will see him on our billboard, and then he is our founder and CEO, Mr. Wong Wei Meng. He actually is a technology veteran, and he do SPEEDHOME is his 4th business. Okay, before that he built 3 business and he sell off. So we rebrand ourselves in 2019. Back then we call ourselves Speed Rent because we want to do more. We want to provide more services, property services. So what we are going to do is we brand ourselves to SPEEDHOME during 2019. So this is the current achievement that we have for our apps. We have 550K the app downloads, 150K for the monthly traffic, 100K for the property listing, and another 600K for the tenant inquiries. So this is the achievements, and then this number is every day is keep on growing. So basically, you can just Google SPEEDHOME with any mainstream medias. You will see all the mainstream medias all covers our company's news. Okay, so this is not like we saying just why we telling you this, because we just want to ensure to give you some confidence about our company. So alongside like SPEEDHOME, while we grow, right, in the different stage, we do some fundraising. So here is a couple of the investors. So one of the investors is the Faith. One of he's an e-wallet and also a lifestyle platform, a current platform. So Mr. Joyanio and Yo Chin Cho, he is our very early investors. So we also get the funding from the 500 Durian. Actually, they are the subsidiary of the 500 startups, Silicon Valley investors. IJM invest through their subsidiary IJM RE. We also raised a couple of funds 2 times from the Pitch In, a legit crowdfunding platform, and we do get some grant from the governments also. So during the launching day in 2019, we invited Allianz Management, their former CEO and their deputy CEO, Allianz current CEO, and also IJM current CEO came to our office. And not to mention, the housing minister, Wabi Zuraida, is also our honor guest. So let's just take a couple of minutes to explain to you what is so different than SPEEDHOME than everyone else. So the first thing is that we provide you a better quality tenants by introducing the background check. So in the meanwhile, you can direct check with your tenants immediately. With 0 deposit, you can rent out your house faster compared to the traditional way. We provide you the service, the viewing services, and also the free rental collections. Okay. So probably some landlords, when they heard 0 deposit, they're a bit like, then what happened if the tenant just moved out and then without serve a notice or something, then I lost my money. I give you 1 month, then I lost my money. So that's very different because the first thing is not everyone can rent through SPEEDHOME. So basically, you can maximize your tenant portfolio by adapt this 0 deposit because there is so many supply there. You never want to go to a price war, but with a SPEEDHOME policy, 0 deposit, we will help you to you can avoid the price war. And then another thing is like almost is risk-free for you, because anything happen, the insurance will cover your loss. So your property will always be the first choice, and you can rent out faster. So let me share about the skip couple of slides, because I'm not going to like bombard you with all the SPEEDHOME messages. Just let me to just share the last about SPEEDHOME is the insurance that SPEEDHOME provide. We have 3 packages, which is basic, extended, and extended plus. So if any happen, the tenant run away, right? With the basic package, we'll compensate the landlord 2 months, 80% for the lost rental. Let's say your rent is 1,000 ringgit, we'll compensate you 1,600 ringgit. So if that is someone's like the tenants that didn't pay the utilities, the insurance also will cover your loss. And in the meanwhile, you can get the 15K to claim for your furnitures or any kind of damages of your movable home appliance, etc., up to 15K. Extended plus and extended is the package, and the compensation is almost the same. But the most important thing is the extended plus have a feature that is no one offer in the market. If you subscribe the extended plus, we will offer you OTR, on time rental. If the tenant didn't pay on the time on the rent, we will bank in the money to you first. And also included the second feature is called overstay cash defender. If the tenant stay in your house didn't pay rent, we will absorb the fee from the lawyer. We will help you to apply the court order. In the meanwhile, we will pay you rent until the tenant move out or the tenancy end. So this is the insurance package that SPEEDHOME offer. Okay, let me jump to the last 2 things that I'm going to introduce. In SPEEDHOME, we built a community which have 5.1K users right now, members right now. So this SPEEDHOME landlord community, I'm just so welcome you guys to join, and then you will find it like, wow, this community that is so supportive. Any kind of question that you ask, that is someone's that they are landlord, and some of them they are agent, and some of them they are lawyer, etc., etc. You don't know, it's like some expert, so it's already our members. So I'm just so welcome you guys to join this landlord community. So the another one is the SPEEDHOME Telegram channel. We have our Telegram channel. If you don't want to miss out a SPEEDHOME webinar, we almost have every week we'll have 1 webinar, and we are welcome you guys to always join the webinar and engage with SPEEDHOME. The last things that I want to share today is recently we just have this packaging for our webinars attendees. If you are the landlord, you never upload property listing to us, and happening your property is in Klang Valley area, just sign up this form. After you sign up this form, you post your property. Okay, you sign up this form, you post your property. Then once you rent, you have a deal with SPEEDHOME, you get an insurance upgrade. We'll send you a voucher. So you keep the voucher. When you have a deal with SPEEDHOME, just use the voucher. You get a free insurance upgrade, which will increase your cover on inconvenience benefit, which is another word is utilities coverage. Also, you will get the on-time rental for free. Okay, you'll get an on-time rental upgrade for free. Okay, I think this is I sell so much already. So right now, CS, are you ready for today to share a topic to our users? Let me unmute you. Yep, CS, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
No worries, CS. Let me just stop sharing my screen first. So later on, I think you can start to share your screen. While you're sharing your screen, let me just have a quick introductions about you. Okay, so Mr. CS Yap, actually he's from the electrical engineering background. So, but he's actually his main before he joined the interior design industry, he's a vast experience in IT, and also creative and renovations field in these 3 fields. He's a co-founder of JongSao Sdn Bhd, again with his partner Jonathan, and Jonathan Lee is aiming to provide one-stop services for all the renovation need, especially in the rental property market. One of the signature project of his team is SPEEDHOME main office at Damansara. So the industry style of the office was completed within 30 days. Okay, later probably I can share the video again. So in the timeline with the insight with the design of the core working culture of SPEEDHOME. So are you guys ready to get to dig in more insight from Mr. CS Yap? If we are ready, can you please type yes, so that we will know that our audience is ready
I'm gonna type yes myself.
They will type. They will type. No worry. No worry. They will type. Okay. No lah. This is a very kind Mr. Vincent and Mr. Ephraim, Mr. Chang. Thank you so much, you guys, for giving us response. So yes, I will mute myself, but I will switch on my camera. If you need anything, you just ping me. I'll be there.
But first of all, I want to make sure that can you guys see my screen clearly?
Yep.
All right, cool. So let's start today's webinar. So the topic that I'm going to talk about today is there's an official topic written here: the 5 renovation tips to avoid scam and rent out your property fast. And it's all presented by my company, JongSao Sdn Bhd. It actually means renovation in Cantonese, JongSao. Right. Let's move to the next slide. So just to give you guys some background, that Paul just mentioned about it as well. So I'm basically graduated as an electrical engineer. I hold a master in electrical power engineering. And then for my business experience, I actually practice as an engineer in my home business in the electrical field. And then also I've been teaching in a college, KBU College. Right now it's called First City Universities. And then I actually joined an IT business, Malaysia startup, which later on get acquired by a UK company. It's called Sdn Bhd for 9 years. And then at the same time, I started off my own business like event decoration and planning for 3 years. It's called Yellow Leaf Venture. And from there onwards, we also built up a subsidiary, which is JongSao Sdn Bhd, which is mainly focused in renovation. So as for my personal strength, I'm more of a business operation kind of guys, like dealing with sales and marketing. I'm a very straightforward person. So I'm not really a yes guy. So if no, I would say no. And I have my sense of design. Well, this is what my employee put into my slide. I'm not sure if my sense of, because to me, sense of design is pretty individual. So yeah. So just to give you guys some introduction of what does JongSao Sdn Bhd offer. So our signature package is actually a hassle-free, all-inclusive service. So when we say hassle-free, it really means hassle-free, and it is specially suitable for rented property because it covers all the categories from ID to renovation to furnishing to soft furnishing to electrical appliances and professional services. So as I stated here, ID, it means that the interior design conceptualization, the 3D diagram rendering and layout plan, and so on and so forth. And as for renovation, it's included all the wet work, for example, installing an aircon, lighting, fan, water heater, shower screen. If you want to hack your wall, the water piping, electrical wiring work, etc. So furnishing, there is built-in and loose furnitures. Built-in like built-in kitchen, built-in cabinet, built-in wardrobe. Loose furnitures like sofa, bed frame, dining set, or what is it called? The study table, for example. And then it also comes with soft furnishing, which is the curtain, mattress, bed set, floor rug, bathroom accessories, etc. So all these are actually covered under the hassle-free all-inclusive service. So you don't actually need to worry about that you need to buy something on your own during the entire renovation period, because when we say it is a hassle-free all-inclusive service, we really mean it that we will take care of everything. That included the electrical appliances like the hood and hob, the fridge, washing machine, TV, etc. Right? The price is really competitive. You guys can actually message me after this. And then, of course, what differs us from the normal contractor is we offer professional service like project management. We will help you to oversee the entire renovation, and then we will help you to design your built-in furniture, for example, the built-in kitchen and built-in wardrobe, and even loose furniture when it comes with, let's say let's say today you order something from Lazada or Shopee, we will help you to sign the parcels, and then we will assemble it on behalf. And then it also included the styling and decor, which is the last layer that we will apply on the property to make it look more attractive. And moving, cleaning, and permit application, etc. are all covered. So, for example, when you want to do renovation, most likely you need to apply from the condo management or from your management office, or you need permit from the government. Then we will also do the permit application on behalf. As well as if let's say you are having a new house, if you're engaging with us during the key collection, we will do the defect inspection and follow up from there with the management until everything is solved. So it is really a hassle-free from A to Z. We covers A to Z. So that's what JongSao is about. It's not only on the renovation part or the normal contractor that you usually engage with, because we are really a one-stop services where you can rely on us, and you can focus on what you should focus at, which is your job or your family, or spend time with your kids, etc. So without further ado, let us start today's topics on how to avoid scam and rent out the property fast. So when we talk about renovation scam, I believe that it is not something new, and it continues happen every day. If you see some stories on Facebook or social media, or even on the press, you'll notice that there are a lot of renovation scam around, where the contractor ran away or halfway doing the job, then they just vanished out of sudden, and you got your money paid and you didn't able to get back your money, and then your property is hang up there, and you have to start all over again. So there must be some way to avoid this, right? So that is what I'm going to share some tips to you guys today. And I think that renovation scam is a bit negative in a way that how people perceive it. So instead of saying that renovation scam, I would say that how should we actually pick a right vendor or contractor for you on behalf. So tips number one, which is very usual, whenever you engage with someone, you have to do the company screening. And when I say company screening, it included that you have to go through their website, their social media pages like Instagram or Facebook, and then check whether there are some mandatory information like the SSM registration number is there, the company address is there, the phone number is there, right? So this is the very, very basic check that you need to have in case that if you need to pursue for legal action or everything, then you have all the information that you have. And then you also can do a quick scam check online, which is very manual way kind of things, that you type the company name on the Google and then put in the keywords like scam or cheating or whatever that related to scam. Then you see if there's any news or anyone talking about this contractor or this renovation planner. And then the last one would be, you have to about the company screening, is you have to go through their portfolios and reviews. But for example, if let's say you go to someone vendor's social media page, if you notice that most of their posts is all on 3D diagrams, but there's actually no real work being done, then most likely they are new. So that doesn't mean that they are a scam, but it's just that if you do not have confidence in someone, and if let's say you want to engage with someone experienced, that would give you some idea on whether this company has done any projects before, right? And then also you have to read the reviews, be it Google reviews or the Facebook reviews or any reviews that you can find online, because those are the things that you could judge whether this is a reliable company or not, right? So I see a lot of people that asking questions in the chat, but we will compile all the questions later on at the end of the session, and then I will answer it one by one later. All right. So the first tip is do the company screening ready. This is the very basic things that you need to do when you engage with vendors to renovate your house, because we are talking about 10,000 or 20,000 or even 50,000 that we are talking about. It is all our hard-earned money. Tips number 2 is when you engage with someone, you have to test on their willingness and responsiveness to attend your inquiries and or accommodate your requests. For example, first thing first, whether they are responsive to you for whatever questions you raise, right? Or do they actually take 2 to 3 days to reply you, or they take 1 week to reply you, or they don't reply you at all. And then also whether the vendor actually willing to perform a free site visit to discuss on the requirement, because this is very important. A lot of people actually request the vendors to do the site visit, but many vendors that only will do that when you officially engage with them, or actually have some verbal confirmation with them that you're definitely going to engage with them, else they wouldn't spend time in doing the site visit. And then also whether they will provide you with a quotation in details and follow up timely. The follow up is very important here, because a lot of company that would just throw you a quotation, and then if they are really a scam companies, right, they will just throw out as many quotations as possible, and then try to fish on the victims, and then whoever just pay them the deposit and all, and then they will just run away. But for a very genuine company, they will actually follow up with you, even though there is no response from you. They will actually ask you, how do you find about the quotation? Is there anything that we can help you further, that kind of stuff. And then also, is the company willing to provide you with a design mood board and suggestion before the official engagement? For example, when you show them the layout plan, would they actually give you some suggestion or give you some sample pictures where you can actually relate to your property renovation design? So that is also one of the willingness and response that we can judge from a genuine renovator, right? So let's move on to the third tips, which is the professionalism check. So whether a renovation company is professional, first thing, whether they provide feedback and suggestion that comes with justification that makes sense to you, right? And they do not always say yes to your request. You have to be alert when someone actually keep on saying yes, 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 we can do this at this price, and then even though you press the price lower, they say yes, we can do it, then you have to be alert, because like when they say yes, they just want to please you, and in order for you to actually fork out money to pay them the first deposit, and so that they can run away from that. And then also whether they have a professional working process. For example, it first comes with a preliminary discussion on your layout plan, and then they arrange for a site visit to do a proper measurement, and then whether they will provide you a detailed quotation, and then when you say yes to them and say confirm to engage with them, whether they will provide you with a contract of award with all the detailed process, included the payment terms. For example, at which stage how much you should pay, and then at which stage you should pay another 50% or 30%. Is it based on the progress or whatever? And then also this is not a norm in Malaysia company, but in JongSao Sdn Bhd, we actually provide you with a retention period, which is even after the renovation is done, we do not actually get the 100% full payment from you. We'll give you a 3 months period of time to which we call it as retention period, that where you only pay the full payment, the last payment, after 3 months after your property is renovated. This is something very common in Western countries, but I'm pretty sure that it is quite new for Malaysia renovation industry. But we would like to spearhead on this kind of industrial standard to ensure that the owners have some kind of confidence towards our renovation works. So move on. Tips number 4 is price check. So when the quotation provided to you, you have to ask yourself, is the price too good to be true? Because if let's say someone told you that they can do 100 things with just like maybe 5,000 or 8,000 or 10,000, you should not be feeling too happy that, oh, I got a very good deal. You should actually question yourself whether it is too good to be true. So with this, you can actually comparing the price with your neighbors and residents who is actually undergoing the same renovation process in the same condo, for example, or you actually get some reference price checks from your friends or family who has experience in renovation before, so that you actually roughly know that whether the price is actually makes sense or it is something that sounds fishy and you should be alerted. And the last one would be personal chemistry and sentimental judge. So to me, this is very important. When you engage with your vendors, especially for someone who provide a full all-inclusive service where oversee the entire project for you, to me, the personal chemistry in between the customers and the vendors is very important. So you have to ask yourself, do you think you and the vendors or the contractor can make a good team? So by dealing with them personally yourself beforehand, I mean, is the communication always one-sided where you are being led, or what is the vibe in between? Whether you guys can actually discuss things openly, and do they actually very bossy kind of renovator? And lastly, you have to judge yourself whether do you think that they are genuine in doing business with you based on your own judgment. This one I cannot teach you what is the criteria. So it's based on the sentimental judge that the chemistry between you and the vendors itself, whether you guys actually feel comfortable to work with one another. So right. So these are the 5 tips from me as a renovation company to avoid renovation scam, or how to pick a right vendor, I would say. I would like to put it that way. And overall, the conclusion is, to me, there is no bulletproof solution to avoid scam. It's all about the risk, right? To reduce the risk by performing what I mentioned earlier on the 5 tips that I mentioned just now, and make your own judgment. And whether the final pricing fit into your budget, and you actually trust the vendor and contractors will fulfill them despite all, right? And then we move on to the second part of the presentation today, which is how to rent out your property fast. So the importance of fast renting is when there is a new development per se, there are many units are vacant at the same time, and the competition is really, really huge. and you will want to be the top 10% of owners who rent out your property fast to start yielding the rental income. Because why? Because let's say 1 month you delay, the damage is actually double up. Every month being vacant is a double damage. You need to pay the bank installment monthly, and you are losing the potential monthly rental income. So it stacks up by 2, in our own opinion, right? And there are many tips to rent out fast. For example, giving discount, or put your listing on SPEEDHOME, for example. But then today we are mainly talking about how a renovation can help you to rent out your property fast. So we only focus on renovation today, yeah. So the tips number 1 for renovation to rent out your property fast, which is to avoid unnecessary renovation works for rented property, right? So you have to ask yourself, do you need a plaster ceiling or a light-through plaster ceiling, which we call it as L-box plaster ceiling? So if a plaster ceiling is necessary for your rented property, or do you need a quartz stone kitchen top, or do you need a marble kitchen top, or a wooden kitchen top, tabletop? So all these are actually expensive material where it may not be suitable for a rented property. And do you need a fancy designer chandelier, for example, or do you need a wall hacking? Means that you hack the wall of your new properties and to do some special design layout. And also some extensive work, like for example, changing the floor tiles to vinyl or timbers to create the vibe that you wish for. Because to me, I know that a lot of property owner, especially the first-time homeowner or the first-time investor, they will have this personal feeling that they want their house to look good in a way, or they have some expectation, or they see some beautiful design from online saying that, okay, this is how my dreams house should be. But you have to remember that your property is for rented, you are not going to stay there. So the tips number 1 for renovation to rent out your property fast is you have to avoid unnecessary renovation works that does not add value to the renter and prolong the renovation period. For example, if let's say you want to hack the wall, that will actually prolong the entire renovation period, because that involve wall hacking, and then they might involve some changes of electrical wiring and water piping. And also, if let's say you want to peel off the entire floor tiles and change it to something else, then that will also consider an extensive works. So then we come to tips 2, which is hiring a renovation planner. So a renovation planner actually is something like JongSao, which is they do all for you, instead of you have to look for different vendors yourself. For example, you need to look for your own kitchen cabinet guys, you have to look for your curtain guys, you have to look for your electrician, you have to look for your aircon guys, and then you have to buy your own furnitures, right? So my suggestion is you have to look for a renovation planner who focuses on rented property and does all from A to Z, right? Which, as compared to DIY, which is surveying each vendors, waiting for quotation, comparing the price, buying your own furniture, project manage the whole renovation. Everything of this is very huge and time-consuming job, especially when you are not familiar with renovation. So you might have a question that, it would definitely cost a lot to hire someone compared to DIY, but we will address that later, because today our topic is focusing on how does renovation can actually help you to rent out your property fast. So we have to agree that, I believe that most of you would agree that a renovation planner, especially an experienced one, will definitely deliver the result faster than DIY yourself. Hence, you're able to rent out fast in this way. Yep. And then tips number 3, which is to allocate a healthy budget. So a healthy budget means that it has to be realistic and rational to the project scopes. So it is not about the absolute amount of money, but we talk about the value of the money that you pay. What is actually included in the renovation package. So you can't actually compare your DIY price with hiring a renovation planner, because first, they deliver faster than you actually save on time, and then you actually pay for convenience and ideas. You don't have to come with your own ideas of how to renovate, what kind of style that your new house is, and then you pay for convenience, which is you don't have to deal with every vendors yourself and waiting for quotation and then comparing price, because your time, yes, is actually worth money too. You have a job to take care of and you have a family. So that's why when you hire a renovation planner, definitely the price, I would say, is definitely higher than you doing it yourself. But there is so much advantage to engage with a renovation planner in terms of the extra price that you are paying, because of what I said here, the time, the effort, and your time. So what is the range of the renovation budget actually? So a lot of property gurus I found in SPEEDHOME previous webinars or online, they will say that says no more than 20K for a rental property, included furnishing. But does that apply to all? The answer is yes or no for me, because to me, it should reflect on your property rental and your targeted tenants profile, right? A lot of people say that all the property gurus say that not more than 20K is based on the ROI that you can get out of it. Like for example, if let's say you spend 20,000 on it, and if let's say they give you an extra 200 rental, then it would take like 10 years to get back the amount of money that you have spent. But as I said, it should reflect on your property rental and your targeted tenants. I will give you some examples here. So this is a different rental package for a different targeted segment. If let's say today you are aiming for a normal household, a working class, then maybe you should consider a lower package, which is a renovation cost around 18,000 to 20,000. All right. So there are two pictures here where you can actually see the huge difference. So most likely the 20,000 package, it does not include the air condition, because aircon itself, if you calculate it properly, if let's say you have a 3 rooms condo apartment with one living hall, there are 4 air cons already, and each air con, if let's say it costs around 1,500, that is already 6,000. So there's no way that if actually you can have air condition for the entire unit within 20K budget. And of course, with the 20K budget, it comes with lighting and fan, and there might be no water heater as well, because that is not a mandatory kind of things when you want to rent out your property. And there is no special feature wall, like for example having a wainscoting or shiplap kind of things. And most likely there will be no built-in kitchen cabinet. We all know that how expensive a built-in kitchen cabinet is. A 6-feet built-in kitchen cabinet could cost you like maybe 5,000 to 6,000 at least. So if let's say you really want to follow with the 18K to 20K budget, a built-in cabinet, kitchen cabinet may not be materialized here. So you should consider some loose kind of kitchen cabinet where you can find it in IKEA or even in Shopee. And then for this lower profile kind of renovation, it comes with a simple furniture and electrical appliances. And it normally comes with a single layer kind of curtain, no styling and decoration, but of course it includes the project management and move-in cleaning. So all this package, we are talking about the package that we could offer to our prospect, yeah. And then also, this is for a normal kind of tenant profile that you are looking for. If let's say today you are actually having a high-end condo and you want to rent it to expatriate, for example, then maybe you have to up your renovation budget to around 38,000 to even 50,000, because normally an expatriate, when the big corporation deal with the relocation company, there is certain criteria to fulfill on for the property. So they will not simply shortlist a property which does not take up all the specification that they are looking for. So what we can expect from a 38,000 package? So you can expect like a fully air conditioned, a lighting and fan and instant water heater, special feature wall painting. You have a built-in kitchen. You have medium range of furniture and branded electrical appliances. Like for example, instead of media brand of aircon, we are using Daikin brand. And then it comes with a double layer curtain, which comes with a sheer, which is the day curtain, and also the blackout curtain, which is the night curtain. And then it comes with some styling and decoration, for example, the ornaments, the artificial plants, and also the floor rugs, etc. And of course, it's come with project management and move-in cleaning as well, right? So that's why I say there is no, you shouldn't actually fix the budget on the rented property. It all depends on the tenant profile that you are looking for and the renter that you are trying to achieve with your new house. Okay, and tips number 4 for renovation: go for loose furniture if possible. If let's say you want to rent out your property, because we are talking about fast, right? Because all the built-in furnitures, you may not know this, all the built-in furnitures in the industry will take at least 3 weeks and more for fabrication. That is actually without excluded the measurement visit and the installation visit to your place. So if let's say you are going to have a built-in furniture, it at least you have to expect at least 5 to 6 weeks time for the renovation just for the built-in itself. But of course, during the 5 to 6 weeks, there are some renovation works can be done simultaneously. And then another benefits of having loose furniture is it is easy to replace one broken. I mean, if let's say you are doing comparing a built-in study desk and a loose furniture kind of study desk, when it's broken, it is very easy to replace for the loose one compared to the built-in one, right? So this is a common sense. And then loose furniture generally easier to mix and match, because once you do a built-in, the built-in is actually very much geared towards to the design of the style of the house that you are renovating on. And if let's say you change your style, then the previous built-in furniture may not be suitable. And having a loose furniture is much more flexible and versatile when it comes to mix and match to create the feelings that you want. And also, loose furniture is ready-made. Instead of having time to fabricate it, it is ready-made. Hence, there is a fast delivery, and hence the entire renovation is fast if you are using loose furniture. Last one is the home design. To create a homey design. So Airbnb design is not as classic as an everlasting homey design where it has the home feeling. So Airbnb design is like having a fancy stuff kind of extra decoration, which is not adding values to the rented property. But a homey design is like they are using warm colors, they are having a bigger fridge, bigger dining set, or having a king size bed rather than a queen size bed, that kind of stuff that I'm talking about homey, which is suitable for kids as well sometimes. And then, of course, statistically, renting to a family, the chance of renewing a tenancy agreement is a lot higher than the group than other group, for example, working class or couple, or especially unmarried couples. And the family tenants that used to take good care of the home too, because they actually treat it as their home. It is where they actually create beautiful moments with their families and kids. So that's why they will actually tend to take care of your property more, right? So before we jump into the Q&A, I would like to share you guys videos on our portfolio before we start talking about answering the questions that you guys have for today's session. Yep.
Guys, thank you for your time, everyone, and also thank you for CS, such a very knowledgeable sessions. So, are you ready for Q&A? Yes? Take a deep breath.
Yep, hit me.
Okay, no worry. Let me share the screen. So we already starting compile, and same as today, Mr. J asked a lot of questions. Thank you, Jay. Thank you for being so engaging and sharing so many questions. But some of the questions, then probably, yes, if you can't answer, if the legal questions, then probably we can just skip. But anyway, you can just look at the first questions. Legal actions if to the scammers and how to detect scammers.
All right. So the first legal session is there is some legal action that you can take, where you can there's a certain tribunal which is related to the renovation or construction, where you can actually file a complaint, but that would involve in court cases, provided that you have all the information of the company, which is why I said in one of my tips, it is very important that there is a contract in between you and your renovation company, and then there is their SSN registration number, their personal details, so on and so forth. And how to detect a scammers, I think I actually mentioned it in the previous 5 tips, and I also mentioned that there is no bulletproof kind of solutions to detect a scammers. So so we just have to do all the due diligence that we can as much as possible, but not too overbroad, because in the end our ultimate goal is to have our renovation done fast so that we can rent out the property fast.
No problem. So our second question is that this is a trusted and verified organization to get a trusted contractor like any verified group? So do you have any group like you recommend that people that go there to check about the contractors?
Okay, so I think I do not have any group that I can suggest you for, but there is this website called asiabuilders.com, where you can find a lot of contractors in there, where they're already verified and actually verified, and they're vetted through their company registration and so on and so forth. And then also I would say that to get a trusted contractor, it is best to get referral from your friends and family who actually used them before, which is the word of mouth. That I think that is the most that can give you the greatest confidence on company.
Okay. So if the rent, question number 3, just like if the contractors, right, you are not satisfied with the contractor work, so what can you do? If like lodge a report, where can we, is it same we going to the tribunals court to file the complaint?
All right, so I don't suggest you guys to pursue everything legally, of course, because to me everything can be discussed or negotiate face to face with the contractor themselves. So if let's say you are not satisfied with the work, then you can actually we can actually talk it out and see how we can actually solve it in between. Be it like getting some discount in the end, or having the contractor to redo the work, or of course you have to be fair, and we have to justify it that whether it is really a defect or it was done because of a miscommunication in between. So all these things we cannot judge. So I cannot give further comments on this.
Cool. So also Mr. J, plumbing issues right after 2 weeks of the renovations. So is it that this like the renovations the contractor they need to fix it?
Okay, so if the plumbing is done by the contractor, then definitely they have to do it, because normally a contractor will give you at least 3 months of warranty period when it comes to renovation, and of course it does not include to the built-in kitchen cabinet, which is depends on the vendors that they are engaging for. So it may be a lifetime warranty, it may be a 10 years warranty, that kind of stuff. So, but plumbing, to answer this question is, if the work is being done in general, if the work is being done by the contractor themselves, and if it is having issue within 1 to 2 weeks, then definitely the contractor is obliged to fix that. And that's where the retention period that I mentioned just now comes from, where you actually hold part of the payment before, after you only pay them after 3 months when the renovation is finished. Yep.
Okay. So is this any renovations, insurance renovations? So far, from my understanding, is don't have.
Sorry, you mean any contractor that is having this retention period?
No, I mean like, is there any insurance like for the
insurance?
renovation?
Okay, so when it comes to insurance, right, it is not, Malaysia insurance industry is not as comprehensive as compared to overseas countries where you can actually insure everything. So this should be lumped as a general insurance if let's say there is such product, right? And it depends on whether they actually can cater you an insurance for this, but so far I never heard of.
I also never heard. So Mr. Alfred is asking, JongSao have a good competitiveness for own stay decorations apart of rental focused renovations?
Of course we do, but because of the hassle-free service that we offered, not many home own stays users actually would like to engage with us because they would like to enjoy their own shopping on their furnitures and they have their own particular preference on some electrical appliances, so on and so forth. Unless we are talking about bungalow or a semi-D, which they are engaging with an IT company, then they may actually use us to provide the all-inclusive service where we will do the renovation and we will do the furniture shopping together with the house owner and give them the suggestion.
I see.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So next question, he's asking like just now the example number 4 about the rental renovations, like the 20K and the 38K difference. So is it the size is same, the two different?
Yeah, I'm talking about the same package, same size of condo, which is the 2-bedroom with 2-bedroom condo with 1 living room size, which is fetching around like 700 square feet to 900 over square feet.
Okay, just a disclaimer lah, CS. So usually we do share about like the renovations that we should spend like 18K within 18K to 12 to 18K to renovate your house to rent it out fast. But probably perhaps this is like some misunderstanding because like now mostly a lot of the developers, right, they offer a semi-furnished unit, right? So perhaps like the tenants probably they just need to buy like 1 or 2 air conditioners, and they also provide some built-in furniture also during already while they hand over the key, right? So the same different concept, but still come back to the renovations suggestions. I think like also guys, we should also consider about CS their opinions. So next questions, like do you do a partitioning renovations? What's your view on room partitioning?
Okay, so we don't do room partitioning renovation, but we did it before. For example, for the SPEEDHOME office, we did a lot of partitioning, especially for office. But for house, we hardly do a partition renovation because to me, it makes the house, it actually occupied the house, use up a lot of spaces, and it does not come with the windows, which is not really a good living conditions for the tenant. That's my personal opinion, of course. But if you want to do partitioning renovation, of course we do. Just that we rarely do it. Yep.
Okay. So this is another questions from Mr. Alfred. Should the kitchen cabinet be the first thing built before proceed to the others, according to your experience?
No, definitely not. The first thing first is you have to do your electrical work and your aircon work before anything else, because all this cabling have to be concealed or have to be hide under the plaster ceiling. So if let's say you want to do a plaster ceiling, right, and you have to do your aircon first. You have to lay out the aircon piping first, so that it can be hide under the plaster ceiling after that. So kitchen cabinet, all these furnitures can come later on, but you can actually have the, as I said, because the fabrication of the built-in kitchen cabinet takes at least 3 weeks time, right? So before that, you can actually have the kitchen cabinet guys to come over to measure the measurement and do the 3D design for you first, because for any kitchen cabinet guy, they will provide you with a design of the how does the built-in kitchen cabinet looks before they go for fabrication. Yep.
Cool. So, yep. Do we have any more questions to answer, everyone? So for me, just give a quick airtime, right? In SPEEDHOME, right? If you are the landlords that who never post a property and it's happening, your property is within Klang Valley area, you can just fill up the form. Tan help me share the insurance upgrade sign up. You can just fill the form and post your property. We will send you insurance free upgrade vouchers once you have a deal with SPEEDHOME. So please just sign the form and let us know, post your property, and you will get the voucher. And also, CS, I think, do you have any things that you want to share about?
Yeah. We do have a promotion but can you let me share my screen?
Yes, of course. Please be my guest.
All right.
Stop my screen first. You can just directly share
Share
with
screen.
Yep. Correct.
Yep. So we are giving out a free 3-seater sofa, which will, I think this will easily cost maybe 900 to 1,000 at least. And to the first 10 successful deals who is actually came to us and quote that they actually saw us through the
SPEEDHOME
webinars. And this is our contact details. You can contact me or my business partner Jonathan. Our phone number is here.
Yes.
So yes, it's only limited to first 10. Yeah.
Okay. So keep this screen for like another 1 or 2 minutes, right? We can just take the answer. I don't mind. Keep this screen for another 1 or 2 minutes. Those who you see us from SPEEDHOME webinar means like from Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Insta. Okay, and this webinar room, these 5 places you saw us, and just call in or you send a message to JongSao Sdn Bhd. Let them know you know this kind of the freebie from SPEEDHOME webinar. You will get a free sofa. Okay, no worry. So please sign up this. So we give out you free insurance. In the meanwhile, JongSao will give out you a free sofa. So just call them up and then give them a quick call. They will give out a 3-seater sofa. So never mind, we put this here.
Okay.
Then we continue. So guys, do you have any kind of the questions? If you are not, then I got one quick questions. So CS, can I ask this, like right now, right? Some of the landlords, right? They are kind of like hesitate like to invest like on the renovations, especially invest like more than 20K because they're afraid that it's like some issues about to getting a tenant. But according to your renovations experience, like after you're helping like those guys that will renovate, then actually is how fast that the renovate house can rent it out. Yeah.
Okay. So if you guys see the last portfolio videos that I share you guys just now, all those are actually rented properties. I only share rented properties portfolios today, and those rent properties are actually rented out pretty fast. Some of them even like before we finish the renovation, because for certain package we provide 3D diagrams to the owner, and by just using the 3D diagrams, the owner able to secure a tenant. Yep. So I got your concern about the landlord wouldn't want to spend too much on the property renovation cost, but come back to the same conclusion that I have just now, which is it all comes back to the property rental that you want to put on, you want to achieve, and also the profile of the tenant that you are looking for. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
So I
think I
saw
quite agree.
SF actually has a
Yep.
question that should we partially or fully furnish our property for rental? So I would say that of course fully furnished is the best option because for example for expatriate, when they come to Malaysia to work, they wouldn't have their own furnitures. So and they are not looking to have most likely they have a 2 to 3 years working contract here, and they will be moved away after that. And also for working class or students, they would not want to spend much on the furnitures themselves, especially when they do not have their own house. So definitely fully furnished is the better option if possible.
Okay, cool. So, okay. So, okay, I have another question since that no one is asking, but I have just manuals, right? If just a two bedroom unit, so actually is it that the aircon in the living room is a necessary if I just for a rented property?
All right. So it is not necessary. It depends on definitely. It depends on. It comes back to a renter. So if let's say you make it fully air conditioned, of course you can rent it at a higher price. But of course, some landlord that have a concern that having too much. This is a personal story that I hear it from my friend who is a landlord as well. That he actually thinks that on hindsight, he didn't want to fully air condition the whole unit because he experienced some bad tenants where they didn't pay off their electricity bill, and yeah, because the more aircon you have, the more electricity you're gonna use. Yeah.
Cool. But okay, so this one actually we can have some things to tackle. But right now, yeah, because recently I also while I swapped my phone and I saw some social media posts that will share is like some of the electricity actually you can control and prepaid. If the tenant didn't pay on time, you can just use Wi-Fi to cut off the electricity bill or something. Yeah, that is some of the services is providing in the market right now.
Yeah. There is some individual electrical meter as well. If you
Yeah.
if for the previous audience who asked about partitioning the room.
I think perhaps you should consider to provide this kind of the install on this kind of the separate.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. We are one-stop service, and we are
Yep.
customized to any request. So
Cool.
it all comes back to it's the professional fee that we are charging, not really the renovation fees, because I think the renovation market is pretty competitive. So the price is more or less the same compared to one another.
I see. Good. So yeah. So guys, the flash still here, huh? So everyone's that who on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter included this webinar room. If you saw this, now JongSao is giving out a 3-seater sofa for free if you just engage with them and then engage their services. So please don't miss this opportunity. In the meanwhile, SPEEDHOME is giving out a free voucher insurance upgrade. So please don't miss this opportunity. Sign up our form, or you can just go PM, PM, or you just screenshot this contact CS Yap or Mr. Jonathan. They will get back to you, and once they have a deal with you, and then you can just claim your 3-seater sofa. So next, I think it's like Mr. Chang. Okay, for a 2-bedroom unit, should we included both? Okay.
Room
So,
furnished
yes.
with bed frames and mattress. So bed frame is definitely yes. And normally for a rental property, if you provided bed frame, then it will comes with mattress as well. So for family, like let's say for you target for family tenants, usually his concern is that we have their own preference on the choice of mattress. Then before they move in, you can actually we actually encountered this scenario before, where before we halfway during our renovation, the unit got rented out, and the tenant actually requested for better quality of mattress. So all this can be discussed during the renovation period.
Okay, this is another guy, Hunter. For condo 1,068 square feet, what is the price range for low cost, middle, and end? Or he
Okay.
needs the
So I assume you are talking about all-inclusive service, right? Because a lot of people have a different definition of renovation. Because some people that define renovation as just a lighting or painting job, but in our JongSao definition of renovation is an all-inclusive package, which is included ID, furnishing, renovation. Electrical appliances and styling, as well as all the professional service and moving cleaning that we provided, because the end result is a ready to move in unit where the tenant, the landlord do not need to purchase further furnitures. So if we are talking about all inclusive service for a low cost 1,000 square feet condo, I would say that the price would be around 20,000. But for middle end or high end, I don't think there is a much difference. That would be around 38 to 45 or even 50,000. Jay said that you couldn't think of more questions.
Of course, Jay. Today morning section, you asked like about 6 to 7 questions. Like right now, evening question, you already asked another 6 to 7 questions. So already very impressive, Jay. But really, thank you, Jay, for asking so much of questions. Like to have us to have an opportunity to share more with our audience. Thank you, Jay. So Mr. Alfred is asking, what's the website for recommend contractor referral?
What's the website just now that I mentioned about contractor? It's called asiabuilders.com.
Okay, let me just Google for you.
I type in here Asia Builders.
Okay. Oh, I already get. Okay, I think I'm faster.
.my, sorry, .my.
Yeah. Already there. Yeah.
So it's a pretty reputable portal. And I think Homa is doing something.
Yeah, similar.
Today
today our another session speakers Homa from Penny from Homa is also introduced. They are going to launch this kind of similar services, like they are built up a community that to help everyone to get a reliable contractor. Yep. So but you still can refer to this website. Yes. Oh,
yep.
Vincent, CS Yap. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about
okay. He copy paste your message. Vincent just got okay. This is another guy, Win. Okay, 400 square feet hotel type. If we want to convert to more home style, but the plumbing is more troublesome to make the kitchen cabinet. Is there any suggestions on that? Wow.
So 400 square feet, I think is actually is a studio unit, right? So if you want to make it to a more home style, I think we are actually run into a contradiction that a studio unit is not really for a family kind of home. So I don't really know what I can suggest on that. But in order to create a homey kind of feeling, of course it can, by doing a different design, like having Scandinavian design or Bohemian rustic design that will actually create a homey feel. Yeah, but if let's say you are referring to, you want to convert it to someone with a home that is suitable for a family, then I don't think there is a market there for studio unit.
I see. Cool.
Just now Jay mentioned AsiaBuilders.com an unsecure website.
Yeah, the .com.my. If you type in the link, go inside the link, it will show the website is not secure. I don't know.
Maybe the SSL is running out. It's expired.
This is CS is an expert.
I've been in the IT industry for many years, so yeah.
CS is an expert. Cool. And yeah, because the SSL just now CK mentioned, yeah, the SSL expired.
Yes, you keep mentioning my name wrong, Paul.
CS No lah, I say CS. I
You
say
say
CS.
CK.
Later I play back and then I see CS and CK. Later I play back. Okay, I remember your name. Okay, know you for many years already.
Yep.
Okay, cool guys. So we take another 1 or 2 sections. Yeah, it's very kind of funny, right? Because I really kind of close with CS. Yeah. 4 years already. Know him like 3 or 4 years already. Okay, cool guys. We take another 2 more questions. Then we are going to end up this session. If no one answer, then I will end up this sessions earlier lah. Because I think, yeah, everyone was so tired already. So, but anyway, I think today is a very great section. So let me push the last round of the promotions. Those who see us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and in this webinar room, guys, don't forget, if you engage with JongSao Services, CS, or Jonathan, Mr. Jonathan, so you will get a free 3-seater sofa. If once you engage with them, you use their service, they will give you a free, only for SpeedHOME webinars attendees. Okay, you need to go to engage with them, text them, telling them, okay, I saw your promotions on SpeedHOME. Only the first 10, they only give out 10 sofa, and up close. So please.
Not first 10 successful deal.
Okay, correct. It's like, I mean, it's like engage your service already mentioned.
Yeah.
Engage with your service says like they use as they use your services. Okay, they have a deal with us. Okay, limited to first 10 successful deal. Okay, make it clear. So, and also if you are using SpeedHOME, if you never used SpeedHOME services before, you just fill out the insurance free upgrade link, then you will get the money. Okay, you will get our free insurance upgrade.
So I saw Chang say that I confirm using CS service. Thank you very much, Chang.
Cool. Chang, Mr. Chang, congrats, you get a 3-seater sofa for free. Okay, cool. And really, just now I heard another testimonial from my colleague, and then she mentioned it's like before really engage with your services, that is like a very complete document that you need to go through, and to ensure you have you both of you have consent. And then she says that I don't have time to read up the 38 pages for the document. But from this point, right, I would say like you give people like you guys are very legit, serious, and really you guys want to have a very clear consent to each other's lah. I mean, like,
yeah.
So, yeah.
The contract is and the clauses is more or less to protect both parties, I would say. And it would be useful if there's anything unhappy happen in between the journey. Yeah.
Correct. It's like it's times that we try to engage with a very like everything put in black and white, and then you don't have any kind of the arguments, and especially the 3 months retentions. That means like you hold a partial of the payment until 3 months you're happy, then you release the money. And then I think this is the first time that I heard from for the renovations industry. So it's very interesting. And also thank you CS for spending so much effort to prepare the very insightful talk and also the webinar slides. So okay, CS, remember to send me the slides later on. Those who haven't joined today, they don't have time to join today's webinar, we will send the PowerPoint to everyone. I mean, it's like today's so just send me the PowerPoint, and then and I will send the replay link and also the PowerPoint to everyone. Good night, guys. Have a nice day and take care.